Okay, so we are back to part 2 of section 2.3, and we're going to continue with percentiles, and we're going to look at finding the kth percentile. So in other words, we have our list of data, and we want to know, well, where's the 10th percentile? What number is that? So this is a formula to get that. So let's look at some variables. So we have k. K is the kth percentile, which may or may not be in our data set. I is the index, ranking or position of the data value. So I represents where you're going to find that percentile that you're looking for. N is the total number of data, so how many numbers are in your data set. So the first thing you need to do is order your data set from smallest to largest, okay, just like we've done before. And here's the formula. I is equal to k divided by 100 times n. So there are two situations. When you do this formula, you might have if it's not a whole number, so in other words, if you get a decimal, then you would round up to the next whole number, and the value of the kth percentile is the ith value starting from the lowest value. Okay, so the position of your answer is the next whole number. The other situation would be is if I is a whole number, the percentile is between the ith value and the next data value. Find the mean of the two values. So then in that case, if you have a whole number, you're going to find the ith value and then the next value and take the average of the two. So we're going to practice this so you can see what it looks like. So example 3, we have listed are 28 ages of academic award-winning best actors in order from smallest to largest. Okay, so they have the numbers in order, so that's good. And for part A, we want to find the 70th percentile. So let's use our formula to do this. So our formula is I is equal to k divided by 100 times n. So I equals, so I equals k, in this case k is 70, divided by 100 times n. And we know that we have 28 ages, so n is 28. Okay, I'm going to make this blue so you can see that this is what we're working on. Okay, so put that in your calculator. And we get, what do we get? We get 19.6. Okay, so this falls in the first category. I is not a whole number. So because it's not a whole number, I'm going to round up. And that's going to equal 20. So 20 represents the position of your 70th percentile. So I'm going to say 20th value. Okay, so the 20th value is your answer. So let's go to our list and find the 20th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this number, 62, is your 20th value. And that is your 70th percentile. So I'm going to say that 62, make that out, is the 70th percentile. There you go. I can say it the other way. 70th percentile is 62. Either way. Okay, so that's my first answer. The other thing I just want to mention that we always round up. So let's say I had an answer of I, let's just make that an I equals, let's say 5.2. Okay, so even though my 2, you see how the 2, the decimal 2, it's below 5, it doesn't matter. It's still just not a whole number. So when it says that we round up, think about that we always round up, okay? So here I'm going to say always round up. So in this case, I would have to look at the 6th value for my answer. Okay, I'm going to put that in parentheses. It's just a side note that we always round up, regardless if the number, whatever, regardless of the number of the decimal. Okay, whether it's above 5 or below 5, it doesn't matter. We always round up. Okay, so let's move on to part B. So in this one, we're looking for the 25th percentile. So let's use our formula again. I equals our K, in this case, is 25 divided by 100 times 28. Okay, I'm going to blue so you can see this is what I typed in. Okay, so if you put that in your calculator, this time we get a 7. Okay, so this time it's a whole number. So if it's a whole number, it says the percentile is between the ith value and the next data value. So it's between the 7th and the 8th value. So to find that, I need to find the mean or the average of those two numbers. So let's go to our data set and find the 7th and 8th value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's my 7th and my 8th value. Okay, so 29 and 30. So I need to find the average of those numbers. So 29 plus 30 divided by 2 equals 29.5. Okay, so it looks like my answer is 29.5 is the 25th percentile. There you go. Okay, so that's how you find percentiles, the location of the number of the percentile.